want to talk about the possibility of journaling. Last night, which was probably this morning, I found this site called daringtolivefully.com, and it has a 119 journal prompts for your journal jar. Oh. Maybe you can kind of see. And I just liked some of their prompts. I'll read a few to you. What scares you? Do you have a plan? Do you need a plan? What's your take on soulmates? Dear past or future me? Lists of favorite movies, songs, books, places you've enjoyed visiting, confessions, nobody knows that I whatever, dear blank, it weighs on me that I never told you, the biggest lie I've ever told. It says you can use quotes as prompts. Let's see, what might you want to hear? Art is when you hear a knocking from your soul and you answer. Star Riches. Probably said that wrong. The most terrifying moment, the most fun I've ever had. What are you looking forward to the most? I should cut my brightness back up. Can't read that. Look through photographs and find a few to write about. I like these ones the best. It's 3 things you can't go without, 3 celebrity crushes, 3 favorite book characters, favorite things to wear, favorite TV shows, pet peeves, things you do if you weren't afraid. Okay, one of my cats is into something. I like this too. It's 100 things I love. You have to give an explanation for each of the things you add to your list. For example, don't just list your favorite restaurant, write down what you enjoy about it. The warm bread they serve before the meal, the waiter who always remembers your favorite dish, the whimsical decor, and so on and so forth. And then it just goes to tell you, write 10 activities, 10 restaurants, 10 people, 10 foods, 10 games, 6 drinks and beverages, 4 desserts, 10 paintings, which I thought was interesting, because I've been to museums, but I've never, known a painting, I've never liked a painting, I know the Mona Lisa, but, that's not something that ever registers, so I think that's really interesting, because you can look up famous paintings, or, I guess just any painting, really, and then websites, writers, and famous lines from books and movies. I really like that. You can always do rituals and traditions. What did you look forward to the most? What did you do with your dad when you were small, or your mom? If you could have dinner with anyone currently alive, who would it be? If you could meet any fictional character, who would it be? Memories from your childhood. Who was your favorite relative? What book did you read over and over again? I'm sure some of these, if I asked, my mom or someone, I'd get some pretty interesting answers, especially from the childhood ones. What did I want to be when I grew up? That changed very often. Write a letter to someone you need to forgive. Write a letter to the editor of your favorite magazine. First dance, first crush, first apartment. Well, I'm not there yet. I don't know. I just thought it was really interesting. I think I might, journal a bit. You can always, start with simpler things, more simple things. I don't know. I've always liked journaling. or just writing in general. But I've always been really picky about topics, because, you know, when you're in school, it's like, choose between this and this, and write why one's better, or counteract or something. Or at least that's how it was when we had to write a paper. Well, there's no one else here. 30 prompts on this one. It's psychcentral.com. Probably because I'm a psych major. I just liked it. Favorite way to spend the day. If you could talk to your teenage self, what would you say? Make a list of favorite things to make you smile. Words you live by. I don't know, I just thought they were really, they're good starters. It's not like, well, now I can't even think of a horrible one. I don't know, we used to get paper pamphlets, and we'd have to write something about them. Well, we'd have like 3 or 4 to pick from, and then we'd have to pick one. And that was always really hard for me, because even picking, you don't get to choose exactly what you're writing about. That's already been chosen for you. So you're kind of, it's kind of like, here's your paper. You have 4 different ones to choose from. Pick one. Okay, sure. Rosa Parks. This one looks easy. And then when you read the prompt, you're like, oh, maybe I should pick the first one because that prompt looks easier. But in reality, writing the harder one is going to be better for you because you'll learn more. But write a list of questions to which urgently need answers. That's interesting. Maybe y'all should do that in the comments. Write at least one question which urgently needs an answer. I think that's interesting. I don't know what I would say. Urgently needs an answer. I have no idea. I don't know. Is my hair dry? Well, that answer was urgently answered. What question was urgently answered? Oh, make a list of everything you would say yes to and everything you would say no to. I say yes to everything. That's a problem. I'll leave the URLs down below. I don't know, I thought they were really interesting. It just seemed like a cool thing to do. I was gonna start today, but I started doing some crossword puzzles with my handy dandy pen that surprisingly still has ink because I've used it for a really long time. I don't know how high it was to start with, but you know, definitely not there now. Oh, I can show you a picture of when I was a senior in high school. I just happened to have that book right beside of me. Okay. Sorry, I'm left-handed. Everything takes like 30 times longer. At least 30 times. I want to get a picture with my hair. Because my hair was shorter then. Now it's below my chest. It hits like the bottom of my back. And oh yeah, here's one. Now I have to try to get it out. Okay. So this was taken 2 years ago now. And my hair was this short. Yeah. And now it's like down to here-ish, maybe a little bit more, not sure. I would have to like measure it and all first for the logistics anyway. But I thought the journaling was really interesting. Let me know what you think about it, and if we should do some of them here and just leave them in the comments, because I think that would be an interesting thing to do. I don't know. I'm not good at keeping a journal if I'm just writing down stuff every day, because then I'll be like, oh well, what did I have for dinner? I don't know. I'll just write down what I had for dinner, or that I had a bad day because the cat clawed my leg, or, you know, it's not something you're going to look back on and be like, oh, yeah, that's the worst day you've ever had, because, you know, evidently, there's going to be worse days. I don't know, I just thought that would be a way to get into a habit of doing something again, because now I'm not in the habit of anything, other than, you know, waking up, eating, going to bed. It's just a general routine, like I need something to look forward to. And I feel like, you know, writing 5 minutes, writing 10 things that make me happy, 5 things, what some goals are, how I'm going to achieve them, you know, just simple things that may not mean anything to anyone else, but as long as they matter to you, or in this case to me, that's all that matters. As long as you're doing something for yourself that you enjoy, that's productive. And what is more productive than writing down goals or things that bother you, ways to not ignore them, but to just kind of let them go over your head? I don't know. Let me know what you think, and I'll keep deciding if I think it's something I really want to do. And maybe we can touch back on topic. I don't know, let's say Monday. Sounds good to me. Let's put it in my calendar, because I'm not good at remembering anything now. I mean, I can barely remember my own name half the time. Oops. So, the 27th. Oh, I have to change my password or something. I don't know what it is. For journaling. Okay. Probably won't be at 10, but we added it. And I have my journaling set for 4 to 5. Which is an hour, and I probably won't journal that long because, you know, you don't want to just sit down and have to think of more things to write. Maybe, you know, 5-10 things a day, a couple lines. If you're writing half a page, you know, start small. It doesn't have to be a 30-page book about what went wrong when you rode the roller coaster with your Uncle George. It doesn't have to be that elaborate. Just something for you to relieve some stress, some anxiety, whatever it may be. Maybe you just like to journal. All that matters is you're doing something for you. So, we will come back to this on Monday. And if I have started, I will let you know what prompts I've done. And I may share them. I guess it just depends on which ones I do and how awkward they are. But we'll regroup on Monday.